Alright, so like I said in my previous video, I have this HGLRC Veyron 30 Cinewhoop drone that I have to build, and I plan to use this for my personal projects. So this is a bag of accessories. So we have the instruction sheet. So FPV frame assembly guide for Veyron 30 HGLRC stickers, adhesive tape, quality check certification. Okay, so we do get rubber gummies with the kit as well, so that's nice. I have some spares with me then. Standoffs, these are plastic, some nylon nuts, HGLRC battery strap, okay, tubings for the antenna wire, so piece of rubber for the battery so that it does not slip. So we have 3 USB adapters to power up the GoPro, and I think this is where the wire will be connected. So the wire that's included will be connected to this USB adapter, and then we can connect this to the flight controller. And so not only can we power up the GoPro from this USB adapter, we can also use the UART connections and then program it to either start and stop recording. I'm pretty sure that's what this is for. I'll share that once I figure it out. Alright, so next we have a pack of screws and all the hardware that's necessary to assemble the kit. Then these are the prop cards, and we also have the foam pad. So if you want, you can use this foam pad for extra protection. If not, you can just leave it as it is. The plastic seems alright, but I guess if I end up crashing this somewhere without the foam pads, there is a possibility that the plastic can be damaged or cracked. And here we have all the Tpu mounts. So this one is for the GoPro or any action camera that you want to mount to the quad. This is for the VTX and the receiver. And again, another GoPro Tpu mount. So we'll take a look at this when I'm building the frame. And then here I have the actual frame itself, the bottom half and the middle section. Now before I start building the quad, let me just brief you through the camera that I'm using for this kit. So I have this Caddax Nano camera, and here we have the specifications for that. So it's got a 4:3 aspect ratio sensor in it. The resolution is 1200 television lines, and we can supply from 5 to 25 volts. Now although this is a nano sized camera, the frame that I'm building needs a micro sized camera. But the reason I got this is one, this was at a relatively cheap price, and this also comes with the 19mm bracket to use it as a micro sized camera. So right, so we have this OSD board which can be used to configure all the settings on the camera, and the wire for that. Then this will be the wire that will be connected to the camera and the flight controller. A few screws to mount it up, and this 19x19mm bracket to use it as a micro camera. And then here's the camera. It is actually very tiny, so I mean it's almost the size of my thumbnail. So it is a nano camera after all. And here we have the connections for the power ground and camera wire or the signal wire and the OSD connection. And let me just install this camera in the included bracket like that. And then I'm using this PANDARC VTX, which has a power output from 25 to 400 milliwatts, which I think is more than sufficient for this Cinewhoop build. So it's got this 20 by 20 millimeter mounting hole. So here's a close-up look of the VTX. So here is the connector for the UFL antenna, and this is the button for the settings. So to change the power level and the band. Then here on the back side we have the pads for soldering up the wire. So here we have the power connector, and this needs anywhere from 6 to 26 volts. Then the ground pad, RX for the OSD or the smart audio, and then 5-volt output if you want to power up the camera from the VTX directly, and a ground for that. And then we have the video pad. So the VTX wire from the flight controller will be connected to this video connection on the VTX. And that's pretty much there's to talk about this PANDARC VTX. It is actually very light and compact, so it's a very good option for a Cinewhoop build. But this is a version 1 VTX that I have. There's also a version 2 or version 3 of this that has a heatsink on top of this, and that's something I realized after purchasing this VTX. And then in the box we have a UFL antenna, some wires, a piece of heat shrink, and a manual with all the instructions. So the pinout diagram and the frequency table. So that's the VTX I've decided to install on my Cinewhoop build.